Healthsmart has been an invaluable partner to the city of Birmingham. We've had the pleasure of partnering with them on a number of initiatives, including health fairs. We've got garden projects and now this project at Downey Park. What makes Birmingham so special is the abundance of green space that we have. Ms. Evans, I think it's about 117 parks, if I'm correct. 119 parks. And I don't think that includes Red Mountain or Rufter Mountain Nature Preserve. But on the flip side of that, with that amount of inventory, as Ms. Evans knows, it's a real challenge to keep up and maintain all of that. So that's one of the reasons that we're especially grateful for our partners at UAB for helping make this happen for our residents. Can you imagine a city without parks? I'm sure every single one of us has a core memory, being a kid, playing baseball in a park, meeting up with friends, playing kickball or whatever it was. This is where we let our imaginations run wild and where many of us made lifelong friends. But it's more than that. Parks are community hubs, bringing families together and creating bonds that strengthen our neighborhoods. Downey Park, I know, has played that role many times. I've been to lots of fun days here, visiting with residents and eating good food. It's a place where diversity is celebrated and friendships are formed, transcending barriers that might exist elsewhere. So thank you once again to UAB and their leadership, Dr. Watts, for making this happen, and I look forward to many more partnerships in the years to come. Thank you, and now I'm going to introduce my co-worker, Mayor Randall Woodfin.
Hey, good afternoon, everyone. I want to thank you all for being here. Two things I want to note. One, I'm glad Ms. Barber is okay. I want to thank you all who responded to our time of need. Really appreciate Fire Station 12 being right down the street. I'm very grateful for everyone's attentiveness and our ability to adjust what we needed to do here to take care of one of our neighbors. So genuinely, thank you so much. I also want to thank Dr. Fuad because apparently she prayed to God last night. And her prayer was very successful in amazing weather. So thank you so much. Yes, ma'am. Yes, thank God as well. But it was your prayer. On a serious note, I echo the sentiments of our President of City Council, Dr. Dale O'Quinn. Downey Park is a special place. Like Dr. O'Quinn, I come here so many times for neighborhood gatherings, community gatherings, and it's always fun up here. The other thing I'll say is that this audience represents probably the best collection in our city as it relates to partners who genuinely care about community and who genuinely care about the health of all of our residents. This initiative has been extremely successful. Again, if you look in your program, streetlights, sidewalks, crosswalks, murals, and so much more, including the investment in our shared spaces, such as our city parks, including now Downey Park. We've done this a few times now. I'm sharing that with Dr. Watts and Dr. Fuad earlier. And I remember being in Kingston, I remember being how odd it was. But I also remember that being one of the first public spaces that we shared. And so to continue to see this momentum, to continue to see this commitment, and continue to see this sense of urgency of improving quality of life with the Healthsmart initiative, I'm just extremely grateful to UAB. Dr. Watts, I want to thank you for your art and vision. I want to thank you for all your team members. I want to thank you for the partnership. I want to thank Park and Rec for what you do. every day, because it's just a lot. 119 is not small. Bless your heart. Sorry for you. But in all seriousness, today is special, and I am just simply here to express my sincere appreciation. And let's continue to do the work for the residents we serve. Thank you so much.
Well, thank you very much, Councilor O'Quinn and Mayor Woodford. This is a day of celebration, and we're so excited to see how beautiful and attractive Downey Park is with all the improvements. And it's really all about improving the health and quality of life and opportunities for our residents throughout Birmingham. And as we move this program throughout the state to improve the health of all Alabamians. This is a great partnership between UAB and Birmingham and the communities throughout Birmingham. It's really at the heart of our shared progress and success. And seeing this revitalization of Eastlake is a shining example of that. This project is working from the ground up. It starts with our team meeting with community leaders and talking with the community and telling them what this program is about, but also asking them, what's the most important things to you? If we could come and help improve the Eastlake community, these are the things that we've done in other neighborhoods. We can do those here, and what's most important? And we work with that and work with the community throughout this process. The vibrancy, renewed energy, and community pride of Eastlake is a tribute to the community members who live here, who have worked with this initiative, taken great pride in their neighborhood, and have invested their time, energy, and hard work. We're thankful for all of our team at Live Healthsmart, Dr. Mona Fuad, who leads this effort. This Live Healthsmart is the result of our strategic planning process, which began about 5 years ago. And Dr. Chris Brown, our Vice President for Research, as we were looking at what could we do to improve our communities, improve the health and happiness of our people in our neighborhoods, we said, let's take on a grand challenge, something that's really important, that will make a big difference to all people across the city and the state. And we went through a rigorous process and said that we would invest $1 million a year of our money to make this happen. And when we first started, we were talking earlier, a lot of people said, well, we tried some things like this before, but they never really panned out. I said, well, we're the University of Alabama at Birmingham. We're in Birmingham, and we're not going anywhere. And we put our minds to something, we can generally get it done. And so this is the fourth of our original demonstration neighborhoods, 2 in the west and 2 in the east, and each one has been so gratifying from the first one on. And what we focused on is trying to improve the physical environment, as you can see here. That walking trail, I noticed 5 laps is a mile, and this is a beautiful space for families and friends and the community together. And that's what we strive for. Dr. Fuad and his team and the Department of Civil Construction Environmental Engineering has led the built environment, and they have done a fabulous job. Ms. Teresa Shufflebarger is our Chief Administrative Officer, serving our people. And if you know UAB, you know that we are a very mission-driven institution. And we have 5 mission pillars. We have the biggest mission of any institution in the state of Alabama. One is world-class education for our young people, many from our inner city neighborhoods, and our Birmingham Promise program at UAB continues to thrive. Research, world-class research that makes discoveries that improve and change the lives of people, improves their health, cures cancer, cures Alzheimer's. That's what we're working on. Healthcare is our third pillar, and as you know, we have a world-class academic medical center where if you're sick in the state of Alabama, no matter who you are or where you are, and you come to us, we're going to do everything we can to save your life, and most likely we will. dedicated doctors and nurses and staff. We're now the 8th largest hospital in America, 1,200 plus beds. And we're busy, busy, busy every day helping the folks who depend on us. Our 4th mission pillar is community engagement and community and service. That's what this is all about, part of it. Along with improving health, improving quality of life, it's really about making a difference in our community. And we're the largest employer in the state of Alabama. And that's why we looked around at UAB talent and said, we need to get our people organized around doing something for others and show that it can be done. And that's what we've been working on. You know, we have done many health assessments and have been able to check out our neighbors. We found unrecognized high blood pressure and diabetes and others. And we've been able to get everyone who needs it connected to a primary care doctor. And as we've studied, about 30 or 40% of residents in the neighborhoods we've worked in don't have a primary care doctor. Every one of them is eligible to go to Cooper Green, our Jefferson County health system. And UAB health system, thankfully, has taken over running Cooper Green in the last 4 or 5 years and have really transformed it into a world-class health system. We're about ready to open the new Cooper Green ambulatory and urgent care clinic, $120 million world-class facility to serve the people of Birmingham and Jefferson County. And most of the doctors are our doctors, and they're there to serve. So making that connection has been really important, because you can't manage high blood pressure or diabetes or these other conditions by yourself. You've got to have a primary care doctor who can keep you in touch with the latest developments and help control these things, because if you control them, you don't have the complications down the road, like a heart attack or stroke or kidney failure, those things. So that's what this is all about, and we are so excited today to be here to cut the ribbon. But before I come back and thank our corporate partners, I'd like to introduce Dr. Mona Fouad to say some words. Mona, thank you for your leadership.
Dr. Watts, thank you for your commitment, your leadership. We would not have been here without your vision and investing in a challenge that something really big that we're trying to make it very focused and really touch lives, which as you mentioned, we have been trying this many times, but this time worked. And we're just trying to figure out why it worked. So when I hear Councilman Quinn's words and see that he looked at this initiative that's an opportunity for partnership, hearing Mayor Woodfin and his vision, and just, you know, like seeing that the partnership with UAB and others that we're going to talk about today can make a difference. Their support and their leadership and your leadership, Dr. Watts, make all of us want to work and want to prove that this can work. So I want to thank you very much for your support and believing in us, our team, and in the community members that we can do something about it. So I just want to say, I think Dr. Watts mentioned all the mission about Live Healthsmart, and the focus is to improve people's well-being, lives, and have a good quality of life. But you're gonna hear that the common theme in all everybody's gonna talk is partnerships, and without partnership, you know, we can't do anything. Our first partnership is partnership with the community members, and you know, like Dr. Watts said something very important, that before we did anything, we had to come and listen many times. And I remember for East Lake, there were many meetings. I know that Tiffany Osborne and Trina Holmes, our community engagement, they were here. city employees were here. We're all listened, and this plan changed many, many times. But at the end, it just looked like this. You see like street bumps outside, you see like trails here, you see parks, you see sidewalks, you see more lights. So listening is very, very important. And I just don't want you to underestimate what's happening with Live Healthsmart. We tried this many, many times, but the reasons that this is working now, that UAB brought in all the skills, all their schools working together to partner to do this, but also the community partnered, the business corporate partnered, schools, cities. So it's just, that's what made us successful. So I just wanted to today celebrate this and say, look at the fruits of the community improvement. And I want to thank the residents of East Lake and to work with us to make this happen today. But I just want to have special thanks to Richard Drake, the president of the East Lake neighborhoods, because his leadership helped us to do that. I want to thank Gloria Knight, the association vice president, and Bernadine Cook, association secretary. We really, really want to thank you, because you brought us in and you got us to work with you, and you listened to us as we listened to you too. I want to thank very much, Principal Tarja Lawson and Byron Archibald of Barrett Elementary, and Pam Bates of the East Lake Initiative. And thank you to Shauna Eddie Bennett, Director of the Birmingham Park and Recreation. As we said, this is important for all the parks, and this work would not have happened without your engagement, your support, your ideas, what we should do. So I hope this would be a start. You can see that we come here with our mobile market, with our mobile wellness. So hopefully that you're taking advantage of this. But again, also, we have a team that is dedicated to that. Dr. Watts mentioned Teresa Shuffleberger, that she sleeps and she wakes up and she dreams about Live Healthsmart, what she's going to do that day. So she's working every day very hard to do this. You've seen our team, our community engagement. I mentioned Tiffany and Trina and their team. Dr. Lamisha Chambers, that she really made our mobile market a world class. And I said, I want our mobile market to look like Fresh Market and all the best grocery stores ever. And it really looks like that. And then Dr. Dalton Norwood, that today he had to work, but he's the one that managed and lead our mobile wellness. And then many, many others. Today, Susan Riggers, Jessica Reinhardt, and others, they all worked very hard to make this day and make every day work for our team for Live Healthsmart. So thank you very much. Just wanted to introduce Fouad. Fouad was leading the built environment, but his last name is like mine, so he's happened to be my husband too.
Sure. Welcome everyone. We're so excited to see everyone here. See the mayor and the President Watts and the councilor. I think it's wonderful. And we're so excited about East Lake. It's been a great effort working with our partners. Without our partners, primarily the city under the leadership of the mayor, and UAB under the leadership of Dr. Watts, and the East Lake community, working with the East Lake community on a regular basis, and most importantly, of course, also is the business leaders of Alabama and Birmingham. Our aim was to enhance the built environment so it is an environment that promotes walkability, physical activity, and health. That's really our number one goal. And to that end, we implemented several initiatives. And I'm not going to dwell on those, but we implemented several initiatives, creating sidewalks, connectivity in East Lake, so that neighbors can walk around in safe, lighted areas, nice sidewalks. And all this promotes physical activity, which is our number one goal. We also added new crosswalks pedestrian signage, upgraded street lighting, working with Alabama Power. They did a terrific job, Terrence and others in Alabama Power. And we're so excited about those improvements, and Dr. Watts is going to maybe mention a few more details about that. The team from the city, led by James Fowler here, was wonderful and truly committed. And without that team, we would not have been able to really implement what we've done. So working with the city was really seamless and transparent, and it was very, very nice partnership that we're really so proud of it. The business leaders of Birmingham were outstanding. Hoare Construction, led by Turner Burton, president of Hoare, was quick to commit to supporting the program. Also, I want to thank my dear friend Spencer Whiteman. He did a terrific job, not only in Eastlake, but in all Birmingham neighborhoods and beyond. And also my friend Craig Fleming, who could not be with us today, for the several improvements and his drone surveys, giving us drone surveys so that we can improve in the neighborhoods and looking how we can make further improvements. I would also like to thank Parks and Rec and Public Works for their support and assistance with the improvements of the park. And we are so excited about the improvements we were able to implement in a very short time. And we will continue to come back to ensure that the work we started is maintained and will continue and even expand on it. Above all, and most importantly, I'm most grateful to Dr. Watts' passionate and formidable support of Live Healthsmart Alabama, to the degree of making the initiative part of UAB's strat plan. I mean, this is really so exciting. It's a testimony about UAB's dedication to supporting the city and communities with an initiative that is focused on the most cherished aspect of our life, which is health. Dr. Watts' continued commitment and encouragement have made the program strong and self-driven so that we are expanding into other Birmingham neighborhoods as well as other communities in Alabama. Finally, I want to thank my associates, Paula, who's always running around kind of like Teresa, and Andrew Sullivan. Where is Andrew? And Andrew Sullivan, who really couldn't have done anything without their help and support for making this program a success, and in Eastlake as well as other communities. Thank you, everyone.
Well, I think you've heard about one of the key ingredients, secrets of success, has been partnership. From individuals to groups to our city, to our institution, UAB, to our corporate community. And everybody we've asked to step up and participate in one way or another has said yes. And once they've participated some, they are happy to participate again and proud to. We've got over 100 partners, civic and corporate partners, throughout the initiatives that we've been working on in these last several years. So I want to thank those partners and ask them to stand and be recognized. First, I want to start with, again, recognizing Richard Drake, the president of the Eastlake Neighborhood Association. Mr. Drake, thank you very much for your leadership. Hoare Construction and the group have sort of overseen the master plan and have done 4,300 plus linear feet of sidewalks, and that is a tremendous undertaking. They've been very successful. Under James Fowler's leadership, you see the new crosswalks, traffic calming solutions, stop signs, parallel parking out here by the park, and the 2nd Avenue South, that project to benefit traffic calming, to promote pedestrian and bicycle activity. Thank you, James, very much. And your team. And Mayor Woodfin and I have been involved in this locked arms from the beginning, and I can say that I don't think there's ever been a time when, as close as UAB and the city have been in the past, we're the closest that we've ever been. And our people understand that, and when we come together, everybody locks arms. and it's been a great collaboration. Thank you, Mayor Woodfin and your team. Councilor Quinn, I think your comments were right on target, and I thank you for your engagement from the beginning and taking pride in wanting to make sure that the residents of your neighborhoods have all the possibilities they can to have good, healthy living. Dunn Construction repaired the track around, the walking track around the park, and I saw the signage coming in, 5 laps equals a mile. And it's resurfaced, it looks beautiful, and it's ready for action. So thank you to them. Craig Fleming has led that effort for them. Kirkpatrick Concrete donated 100+ cubic yards of concrete for the new and repaired sidewalks. That's a massive amount of concrete that all went into all that work. And I want to thank the CEO and president of National Cement Company of Alabama, Kirkpatrick's parent company, Mr. Spencer Whiteman, who has provided such valuable support not only here in Eastlake, but all of our demonstration communities. And he and his employees have been proud to lock arms and do some great work for our communities and our people. Alabama Power installed 20 new street light fixtures. Harbor Management provided funding and volunteers for enhancement to the Eastlake Initiative Community Garden. The Birmingham Sunrise Rotary Club donated funding and volunteers to plant 30 new street trees. Thank you very much. Blank Space Birmingham painted the striking new mural at the basketball courts, and it's so bright and beautiful. Our own UAB students did the painting on the basketball court, street calming, and cleanup efforts, and I was proud to see a picture of them, and it looked like a happy and tired and inspired group at the end of a busy day. And our longtime partners, Core Construction, from the very first meeting said, yes, we're all in, and we'll do whatever is needed to make this successful, and they did. I'd like to ask Spence Whiteman to come up and just say a few words about why the corporate community sees this as important, and I can't thank you enough, Spence, for your generosity.
I'm really not sure why they won't be up here, but anyhow, it was an honor to be part of all these projects, and Dr. Watts and Dr. Fuad and Fuad, it's hard to turn them down. It really is, but it was all done for the right reasons. And I still go back, and it's a simple saying, but when a child can walk to school on a sidewalk that's well lit, I mean, it means a lot. And you've given those children opportunities that they didn't have before. But again, it took UAB bringing us all together as a corporate community. It had to have a catalyst, and they were the catalyst. They had the vision. They had the want to go do it, and they had the wherewithal to go out and bring a group of people together. And it's like Dr. Fuad said earlier, we've tried before and hadn't been successful. And there's a lot of good people in this city and in this state, but getting them together and getting them to come together and lock arms and go in one direction was the main catalyst that made this successful. And again, getting the community involved. Again, we want to do good things in the city of Birmingham and in the state of Alabama, but it takes somebody leading us to do that. But we're just proud to be part of it. And again, you know, a lot of our employees' families live in all these neighborhoods all over Birmingham. And again, I've had comments from them saying they were proud to see their trucks in the community. But thank y'all for letting us be part of it, and I hope we get to do more in the future.
Susan, you're orchestrating, you and the team. We're going to cut this beautiful ribbon.
Y'all will all step up. I think we may move some ferns and give y'all some more room.
I need safety first.
Jeff.
You got your scissors?
Oh, yes. All right, so, yeah, let's see, let's put, Mr. Cook, let's put you here, and Dr. Watts, and the mayor, and Councilor Quinn, and everybody just sort of. Did everybody, did you pick up your scissors on your seat?
Mona, get on in there. No,
That's fine.
squeeze in.
Okay, I'm fine. Go ahead.
Tell us the instructions.
I'm good.
Okay, I will. Let's squeeze in as much as possible. Who needs scissors? Hold up your hand if you don't have your scissors. All right, they've all got scissors. You see this black plastic thing? It's a safety ball. Remove it carefully. It waves the sharp scissors around. And you're going to place them near, but do not cut
Come on, Chris.
They want to take a picture of
the
this.
ribbon, and they're going to take several pictures before you cut. And then
Okay.
someone will tell you to cut, okay?
Yes, we're going to take a few, so I want you to put your scissors on the ribbon, but please don't cut yet. And eyes up here, please. Big smiles. Okay, we're getting ready to cut. On
One,
three, I'll count to three, and on three, cut, please, and still look at me. 1, 2, 3. Please slide your safety back on.
And I will take them in the bag. Thank you so much.
Wait, these aren't party favors?
No.